Coach Damon Coiro with us for GreensportSports.com. Big game against Western Guilford on Friday night. It's been 4 big games already this season, Coach. Off to a great start, and you're starting to see this team. You got to feel like in many ways, not completely yet, but really starting to turn the corner.
We do. The win against High Point Central was a big turning point for us, where the kids, they realized that they were able to fight back and win and fight against adversity. And if they did what they were supposed to do, they were going to come out victorious, which they did. It's really a testament to the group of teammates that they are for one another, and more importantly, the friendships that they have off the field. They're a tight-knit group and really love each other, and it's translating into our success on the football field.
Talk about what they're doing here tonight. We're over at Grimsley on this Wednesday prior to the Friday game, and kind of some team camaraderie building here tonight too.
Yes, sir. We're fortunate enough to have great parental support here, great community support, and we end up feeding our kids 3 nights a week. We feed them Wednesday night as our big family meal. A lot of moms and dads come out to the event, and we'll feed our kids Wednesday evening. Thursday night, Friday night we'll get pregame meal and then snacks for the kids after the game. There was a lot of reasons for doing that, but I'm from an Italian family in New Jersey that, when it was time to eat, if Dad was coming home at 9 o'clock, we were going to wait for Dad to sit down at the dinner table and eat. I just think the fellowship that you get out of sharing a meal together is so very important. So we do that on Wednesday nights here, and it's really paid dividends for us, and it allows for a lot of positives to come out of it.
Kind of tough back in the day. Sometimes that food might get a little cold before Dad got there, right?
Yes, sir, sure did. But I'm fortunate to have great parents that raised me in a way that I understand how important loving other people is and sharing what I have with other people, and that's what we're trying to do here. Just share what we have in this program, share our families within the program with our kids here, and really just teaching them how to love each other.
And the food always tastes better when you're winning too, right?
It always tastes better when we're winning. With parents, we had them convinced to, some of the moms felt bad, but we had them convinced that if we didn't win on Friday nights, to feed them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on the next Wednesday. But the mamas weren't having it, so we eat well every Wednesday night. We're fortunate that we have about 40 different restaurants, 40 meals sponsored each season by different restaurants, and they do a nice job. And it's really community partnerships that we have with different places.
And talking about the team turning the corner, what's been the difference this year? I guess it's not just this year. It took a while to get this in place. You could have had to work your way through this and get it going. Even back when you were assistant coach,
yes, sir,
you probably were laying some groundwork even back then. People may not have been aware of it, but you're trying to get a few things starting back when you're not even the head coach.
Well, I think that the main thing that this group has that has been, we've gotten all the way along is just a focus through what they need to do, and a focus, and like I talked about in the other interview with you, understanding that to be successful in the field, you have to do everything right. And it starts in the classroom, and it starts in the community and in church and at home with your families. And really, these kids have bought into that greatly, and it's a wonderful thing. And they've bought into really creating a community and being a community within a school that reaches out and creates and helps create a much larger community within the building.
How do you keep a team playing discipline? You start to win, kids get excited, get energized, and sometimes they may want to just go overboard, a little crazy about that. How do you keep this perspective and keep the team in place?
I think just focusing on what we do here at Grimsley, focusing on who we are and who we want to be and who we aspire to be. And, they're kids, and of course it's tough, but you sit them down and you're realistic with them, and you tell them, here's what it is. And quite frankly, 2 and 2 could turn into 8 and 2 really quick, or 2 could turn into 2 and 8 really quick. And it's decisions that the kids make in their everyday lives that'll help them keep turning the corner.
What do you think the difference is in the offense this year? What's made the offense a different offense?
I think it's a lot of age. Coach Loosemore's done a great job helping to install the wing tee. He's done a great job. He's done a fabulous job the past couple Friday nights calling plays with the rest of the offensive staff. But I think our ability to age another year and have another year of off season in the weight room and just continue to get bigger and better and improving our leadership in the off season really has translated into our success offensively. We're not 5 sophomore offensive linemen anymore. We're junior offensive linemen, and they really just do a nice job for us.
What's the difference in the defense this year as far as that goes?
Defensively, we lost some great leaders in Landis Schaffner and Kevin Walton, DJ Reeder, of course. But this group just works hard, and they do what they do well. And they're going to be a group that's going to strip the ball from you. They're going to be a group that plays hard until the whistle, and they're going to find ways to get the offense the ball back. And Coach Neal does a great job defensively. The most important thing that he does is he gets his kids to play hard for him every single snap.
And you talk about the key to the team getting set for the game on Friday. You mentioned earlier the focus. What do you do to keep these guys focused? You mentioned it has to happen on and off the field. You can't let things happen off the field during the school day.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this goes on in a lot of other places, but when we were going to play High Point Central, and I'll kind of talk to you a little bit about the administration here at Grimsley High School. When we went to go play High Point Central 2 weeks ago, every single one of our players and every single coach received a letter in the mail in first period class from Mr. Newland, our principal, that kind of said, listen, you guys have worked hard. We believe in you. I'm proud of you already, and I'm going to congratulate you. And this is the short way of saying it. I'm going to congratulate you for the win you're going to get this Friday night. So we've got a building full of people that's pulling for these kids, a community full of parents and fans that are really pulling for these kids to get better, sharing stories, alumni sending me letters that are helping me just share stories with the kids. And, Joe Frank's being here, and this is final year in the building, talk to the guys about the importance of staying focused this week. And this week's tough here. And I'd be lying to you if I say it wasn't tough. It's the week before Page and the week after Page are the two hardest weeks at Grimsley High School in the football program. And we just have worked really hard, and the kids have done a really nice job this week. I'm focusing on beating Western Guilford.
So it's good to have people like Mr. Newland and Mr. Newman
fantastic.
backing you up.
Coach Newman's fantastic. Mr. Newland, our principal. The whole administrative team has been wonderful and has really done a great job in supporting these kids, just coming out to practice, stopping them in the hallways, stopping them at lunchtime. And I am more than impressed with the letter that he sent to my kids last 2 Fridays ago, and just the way it made those kids just feel special. They work hard. They're 6 days a week in the off season, work hard during the season, and they just focus on the fact that they saw somebody appreciated the work that they do to help this community. And I can't not give a shout out to our student section. We're 500 to 600 strong, every Friday night, loving us, loving the kids, believing that we're going to win, and they do a great job, and they help our kids so much during the school week and in the game on Friday night.
So basically, you guys are feeding off some good food here tonight, plus the team and the student body feeding off each other.
Yes, sir. They sure are, and we look to support everybody just the way they support us, and we can't be thankful enough for this community and the Grimsley entity as a whole has just done a really good job with these kids and really embracing who we are as a program and who our kids are. Whether rich, poor, white, black, it doesn't matter. Just this community has embraced everyone, and it's been a pretty spectacular thing.
Got the big bonfire going next Thursday night. Probably here at the
I don't want to talk about Page,
but things are burning here already before that even begins to come into place.
We don't want to talk about it yet. So we've got a big task at hand for us Friday evening, heading down friendly to Western Guilford.
You got the spark going. That's the main thing. There's a spark, and the fire has been lit.
Yes, sir. It sure is, and we're fortunate for that.
And Coach Gillespie at Page has said a number of times, if you can't get up for games like Western Guilford in these conference games, and your wood is wet, the wood won't burn. The wood's wet. You got to keep these guys burning.
Yes, sir. You got to keep them burning, and you hope the wood's dry on Friday night, and it burns great.
And take them to the woodshed, right?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Coach, good luck to you. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it.